YTBC, what's the deal? So I'm back with another prospect, Robert Alfonso, 6'5", 245-pound Cuban, but he fights out of Florida. 29 years old, 6-0 with the 2 knockouts. A little bit about his amateur career. 2007, he won the gold medal at the Pan Am Games. He beat another highly rated prospect, Oscar Rivas, in those games. And in 2008, he lost. He was Olympian for Cuba, and he lost to Czar Glasgow in the Olympics. If you go on YouTube, there's a clip of him sparring Edison Miranda. There is some amateur footage clips. 2 fights that I watched of his professional career. One was against Raimundo Lopez. Antonio Tarver was actually in his corner for that fight. And also on YouTube, there's a clip of him working with John David Jackson doing mitts from a few years ago. But I watched the Raimundo Lopez fight. Lopez was overmatched. He had his opportunities on the inside, but he wasn't active. Alfonso looked to be a little lackadaisical on the inside, admiring his work. But you can also argue that Alfonso knew that he could be on the inside like that, and he was looking to counter, because it did look like he was looking to counter, because then after, not too long after he was on the inside, he decided to turn up the heat and start landing power shots and combos on the inside. Lopez was just overmatched. Alfonso looked to have, excellent skills, excellent foundation and fundamentals. He could be too defensive sometimes, but then I watched the fight. Well, I'm actually watching it right now. Again, the fight with Jamal Woods, and we know Jamal Woods has been in there with guys like Trevor Bryan and Tayshawn Dong and Darlington Aga and Nick Asbury. He's getting ready to fight Nick Asbury. And all those guys, Asbury, Aga, Bryan, Dong, I have done prospect videos on. So if you haven't watched those yet, go watch them. But I thought Woods actually beat Tayshawn Dong. I actually thought he beat him. And he had a draw in the first fight with Darlington Aga. So, Woods is a guy that he's not easy to beat for a prospect. He will go the 4-6 rounds most of the time with these prospects. He may pull out a draw. He may pull out a controversial decision loss. But Alfonso looks decent in this fight. He's out jabbing Woods. He's walking him down a little bit. I wish he would move his head a little bit more, but again, he keeps his gloves up nice and tight, responsible on defense. Looks a little flat-footed. He doesn't bounce around a lot, but he bends at the waist and he can move his head pretty good. Good hand speed. Power may be questionable, but again, he is 6'5", 240. If he lands on you without you, expecting, he can knock you out. But just want to see him move his head a little bit more. From what I've heard, just reading comments on videos and things I've watched, people are saying that his chin may be suspect, and we can argue that about all these prospects. We're not really going to know what's going to happen until they start getting in there with heavy hitters and better competition. But from what I've heard, people think he's chinny. He was the best super heavyweight in Cuba for about 2 or 3 years before he decided to turn pro. His career stalled a little bit after the Olympics, but he's been working. He's been staying in the gym, staying in shape, and he's looking to make some noise with his 6-0 record and 2 knockouts. But I want to see more of him. I think he's more of a boxer that's going to chop you down. He throws good uppercuts. He has a good body attack and a good jab. Those are things that stands out to me, is good jab, good body attack. But I want to see his chin get tested, like with a lot of these prospects, because I'm hearing that, just reading comments, that he may be a little chinny, but I want to see about that. And he is also working with his new trainer, is the guy that, I forgot his name. He used to train Glenn Johnson and Gamboa and another Cuban, I believe he used to train. I forget right now, but he's training with him. So I want to see more of him. I definitely want to see more of Robert Alfonso. So I'm getting the name out there, 6'5", 240 Cuban. Maybe he can make some noise. Maybe he can make some noise like Luis Ortiz, Perez, those type of guys. But just getting his name out there. YTBC. I'm out.